Hey, a minute with Alan. This is my last episode this trip to New York, and I just want to tell you it's been a blast. And this episode's called The Big Apple. The UN is in session, and so there are diplomats from all over the world here. I'm sure you've read and heard about it, but they're here with their entourages, and so there's thousands and thousands of people here. All the hotels are taken up, and the restaurants are crowded. Everything, and you can't move down the street. It takes you half an hour to make one light on these streets, and so forth. And New Yorkers are just fine about it. I mean, they complain and they bellyache and they bitch about it, but they do that anyway. And the restaurants are filled and the hotels are jammed and the life on the streets and so forth. Because New York gets by. They adapt, you know? And it's a question of understanding that all this money is great for the city and all the excitement is great for the city. And people make the best of it, you know? Netanyahu is staying in a suite that I have stayed in over at the Palace, one of these tri-level suites. The last time we were there, he was there also, and they put bulletproof glass over all the regular hotel windows. There's the kind of thing going on for heads of state over here. I'll tell you one more thing though. You know, we're traveling around by Uber, and the Ubers are making it. You know, and you can reserve an Uber, which I love. You can plan for it hours ahead. I have never met an Uber driver who is not friendly and courteous and efficient. The cars are clean, they're not eating, they're not on the phone, they know where they're going because of the GPS and the sophistication. I know Uber has had trouble with some drivers, assaults and so forth, but these are people who aren't chosen well, in my opinion. The people who are chosen well are 95%, in my experience now, first generation to the United States. They're from all over the world, and I always try to guess the capitals of their countries because it's fun and it's an interesting way to talk. But they're all happy. So a lot of cab drivers are unhappy. A lot of taxi drivers are unhappy. These Uber drivers are happy. And you know what it's about, in my opinion? It's about autonomy. You can't beat it. And you can't beat the Big Apple either.